Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. Episode 1. Billy Bones. My name is Jim Hawkins, and my story begins at the Admiral Benbow Inn, a guest house owned by my parents on the southwest coast of England. I remember the pirate Captain Billy Bones very well. One day he walked in through the door of the inn, a big, brown-skinned old man, his long, dirty hair tied back in a pigtail and a nasty scar on his cheek. He was dragging an enormous sea chest behind him. He shouted fiercely, "I want a room!" and threw some gold coins on the floor. "Tell me when I've worked through that." During his stay, he often asked if any seafaring men had stopped at the inn, and every day, sun or rain, he climbed to the top of the cliff and looked out to sea using his brass telescope. In the evenings, he sat beside the fire and told us terrible stories of shipwrecks and sang old pirate songs. It wasn't long before I started to understand the reason for this strange behaviour. "Listen here, Jim," he said to me one morning. "I'll give you a penny a month if you keep your eyes peeled for a one-legged man." How the man with one leg haunted my dreams. On stormy nights I saw him in 1,000 forms. Sometimes his leg was cut off at the knee, sometimes at the thigh. In my nightmares he chased me, calling out my name and hopping on his good leg. He was always just behind me. Bones stayed for several months at the inn, but never offered any extra payment. It was during this period that my father fell ill and died. The day after my father's funeral, I was standing at the door feeling very sad when I saw a blind man slowly walking up the road, tapping the ground with a stick. As he came near, he called out, "I am Blind Pew. Can you please tell me where I am?" "You're at the Admiral Benbow Inn," I explained. "Please give me your hand and take me in." I gave him my hand, and the blind man gripped it hard. I struggled to escape, but he pulled me towards him. "Now, you listen to me, boy," the blind man growled. "Take me to Billy Bones. If you don't, I'll break your arm." I obeyed him without further hesitation. I took him to the room where the captain was resting. When he saw Pew, he turned pale. The blind man put a piece of paper into his hand, left the inn, and went back along the road, his stick tapping as he hurried away. Bones stared at the piece of paper. I could see that there was a black spot in the middle of it and some writing. "Pew has given me the black spot!" cried Bones. "But what is the black spot, Captain?" I asked. "It's a summons, mate. Mutiny!" And with that, he crashed to the floor. I hurried to assist him, but it was too late. He was dead. My mother and I decided to open the captain's sea chest and take the money he owed us. But it was locked. We had to find the key. I searched the dead man's pockets, but I could not find it. "Perhaps it's round his neck," suggested my mother anxiously. I opened up his shirt, and there it was, hanging from a piece of string.